Bismillah. Okay, now we are still in chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, formula and factor. Uh, okay, this is the basic calculation when using formula or factor. When we talk about factor, we need to refer the compound, the compound interest factor from table. Okay, compound interest factor from table. This is referred to factor, compound interest factor. So there are several type of compound interest factor. For example, I show you from the table, from the compound interest table. So this one, you need to, I suggest student to print and make it in hard copy, so easy to refer. Lecture note, okay. Where is the Promos interest table? Interest table. So the interest table, okay, we can refer to the interest table. So compound interest table. Okay, compound interest table. Each page, setiap muka surat tu consists of specific magnitude of interest. Specific magnitude of interest. For example, this one 1.4 0.25%, and then the other page 0.5%, okay, 0.775%, and 1%, and maybe until this table maximum up to 60%. 60%. Okay. So let's say we take one table, any table. Let's say 1%. Okay. Okay. The important thing is that I want to show the factor. Okay. This is the factor that we will learn and we will study. So the first factor we call single payment compound amount factor. So this factor is F over P. Factor, or we call factor F over P. So F over P, when we have problem, or we need to calculate the F. We want to find or calculate the F. F meaning future worth, wang pada masa hadapan. Future worth with a given P, where P is given. Okay. P is present worth, nilai wang pada masa sekarang. So if we know the value of P, so we can calculate the F, future worth, based on the F over P factor. So today maybe we will proceed with another factor. So this actually the opposite factor, the inverse factor, factor yang sebaliknya lah. Present worth, single payment present worth factor. Okay. Present world factor mean P over F. So when we have a case that we know the F value, we target the F value, wang pada masa hadapan kan, we target to get a certain value, so we can find P. We can find P. And then we also have the other type of factor. For example, uniform payment series, sinking fund factor. This one A over F. When we want to convert the F to A, okay? And then uniform payment series capital recovery factor, okay, macam apa? Pulang modal lah, capital recovery factor ni. Pulang modal, capital recovery, pemulihan modal, faktor pemulihan modal, okay. Find A given P and so on. So we will study on these 6 factors. If we have time, we will continue with arithmetic gradient factors, okay. But the basic is 6. We will focus on 6 factors first, okay. Okay. Okay, the first factor, so I just review from last week. Okay. Okay, the first factor is single payment compound amount factor. When we talk about compound amount factor, this means the future value, compound amount factor. Faktor yang tercompound, faktor yang tercompound tu maksudnya wang pada masa hadapan. Single payment, maksudnya single payment ni dia satu je. Dia single payment. Dia tak ada bayar tiap-tiap tahun. Maksudnya 1 tahun saja. Okay, single payment compound amount factor. So when we talk compound amount factor, so that one is the future value F. Okay. So the factor is F over PIN. The case is that when we know the P value, so we want to calculate F. Okay. So the formula is like this. This is the simple formula. F equal to P multiply 1 plus I power of N. Okay. And when we use the table, so it become easy. It become more simple. Okay, simple. F equal to P times the factor. We take this factor F over PIN from the table, so we just multiply with P, so we get the future value. Okay. So we see this example, okay, from last week example. Okay. Okay, example 4.1. Ahmad applies loan. And loan 2,000 with interest 12% per annum, meaning that 12% per year. Apply loan 2,000 with interest 12% per annum. Estimate the amount of loan to be paid after 5 years. Okay. So the principal is the loan. Okay, the loan principal is 2,000. So this is P. Okay. The solution meaning that the given is P. P equal to 2,000. So this one actually no need to put the unit. We just put 2,000. We know the P 2,000. And then I equal to 12% per year. N equal to 5. So N is based on year. Okay, the number of year. So N equal to 5. So F is unknown. Okay, we need to calculate the F. So if we have this type of problem, this type of calculation, so we can use F over PIN. We can use F over PIN. So based on formula method, we can use this formula, okay, simple, no problem. So we get 3524.68 ringgit, okay. Or we can use factor method, okay, factor method, F equal to P times F over P, 12% 5, N equal to 5. So from the table, if we refer back to the table, we refer to the table 12%. Okay, search for 12%. Okay, 12%. So F over P, F over P, N equal to 5. So the factor is 1.762. Okay, just like that, we just use that factor, okay, and times with the P. So we get 3524. This actually the estimation value, estimated value or estimation value. So that's why the result is not accurate. Actually, the accurate one is based on the formula, but we still can use and we can use the table as a result for calculation. Okay. This is the first example. So we proceed with second example. So the second example is actually more complex. Okay, more complex. Okay. So you plan to deposit 2,000 now. So now meaning that at n equal to 0. Okay, the arrow can be downward or upward, and no problem. At least we know that the position of the deposit at the n equal to 0. Okay, the location of the deposit. And then after 2 years, 2,000, 2 years from now, okay, at n equal to 2, another 2,000 deposited. And 2,000 4 years from now in a bank. Okay, okay. So 3 time deposit at n equal to 0 now, 2 years from now, and 4 years from now. Okay, but 1 year and 3 year, no, no deposit. So this one actually not the A value. The A value if all at n equal to 1 have 2,000, 2 have 2,000, 3 have 2,000. So that one we can call A. But this one is not A because they are N without deposit. Okay. So this one compute the amount of your saving at the end of 5th year. So what is F at n equal to 5? Okay. The bank provide fixed return rate at 6% per annum. So in this case, we have the given value P0 2,000, P2 2,000, P4 2,000, I 6% per annum or per year, N equal to 5. So F equal is unknown. Okay, F is unknown. So what to do? We can actually calculate one by one. Okay, one by one. We need to calculate this first or whatever first. Okay, let's say this one, the n equal to 0 first. So if we calculate n equal to 0, from P to convert P to F, okay, to transform P to F, so we have to use the factor F over PIN. So in this case, we use that F over P I N. This one actually, this one F over PIN. So N equal to 5. Why N equal to 5? Kenapa 5? Sebab dia punya perbezaan tahun tu 5. Interest tu dia nak kira sampai 5 tahun. the interest is calculated based on 5 years. So that for this one, 2,000, okay, 2,000 times the factor F over P, I 6% and N equal to 5. So from table we get 1.338, okay, and then plus for number 2, okay, N equal to 2. So the different years and the different years is equal to 3. And if we calculate from here 0, 1, 2, 3. So the difference is 3 years. Okay. So if 3 years, we use factor 3, and equal to 3. So for this one, 2,000 times F over P 6% and equal to 3. So from table we get 1.191. Okay. And then finally we plus with this one and equal to 4. So the difference is only 1 year. If based on scale, we can draw 0, 1. 0, 1 here. Sebenarnya tak payah, kita boleh imagine lah. Berapa perbezaan tahun antara 4 dengan 5. 1 tahun saja. Okay? You can imagine actually. Don't make it difficult lah. Just make it easy. You just see the difference between P and F. See the difference between P and F. So this one is P. So the difference is 1 year. So that we use the table or the factor F over P 6% and equal to 1. So we get 1.06. So this is how we calculate. We plus like this. Okay, and then we get 7178. But it's based on calculation. We get more accurate lah. We get more accurate 7178.48. But from the table, this actually the value, the estimated value. Okay? But close to the calculation actually. Dia punya value tu hampir lah dengan yang apa kita kira kan guna formula kan. Okay, this is the last week okay, we have studied on this, so we can proceed to another example or another factor. Okay, still F over P IN. Example 4.3. Okay, for this one, okay, what is the difference between example 4.2 and 4.3? Okay. Well, 2000. But for example 4.3, the value is different. The values are different. This one 1,800. Okay, 1,200 and so on. So that for this case also we can use the same method. Okay, we use the same method. We plus each value 1,800 based on the effect of interest or effect of time. So I show you the calculation and with what in detail. I will show you in detail. Okay, actually the first step, when we have information, okay, we have the case. This is actually the case. For this one, actually this one the cash flow diagram is given, but normally in question or in the exam the cash flow diagram is not given. We just give information about the cash flow. So the first thing that we need to draw the cash flow diagram. Okay, let's say for this one, have a cash flow diagram. Okay, this is the timeline or the time stream. One, no need so accurate, this one as a guide. Okay, so we have n equal up to 5 and 0 to 5, and then we can draw the deposit, okay, amount of deposit or amount of loan. The first one, 1,000. Second one, 800, and so on.
Doktor.
Okay.
Yang 1,000 tu macam mana dia ada?
1,000?
Mungkin ada 1,100, 1,200. Mana dapat tu?
Itu dia beri. Maksudnya diagram ni terus diberi. Tapi jarang diberilah. Selalu diberi informasi. Bagi information je, kita kena draw lah. Tapi dalam contoh ni diberi terus. Okay. $800. Okay, let's say we have this case. So what to do? We want to calculate the F. Okay, so we know that any value before F is the P. So we can say this one, we can name it. Let's say this one P naught. Okay, I just name it because different location. P1, P2, P3, and P4. So, okay. So we need to calculate based on effect of time and interest. So what to do? We need to transform or convert P to F. Okay. So we need to convert, let's say, P naught to F. Okay. And we need to convert P1 to F, P2, P3, and P4. We cannot add directly. So we need to add based on effect of interest and effect of time. So if P naught, the difference is 5 years, 0 to 5. But for P1, the difference is 4 years. For P2, the difference is 3 years. P3 difference is 2 years. And P4 difference is 1 year. So based on the difference, we select the N. N based on different years. Dia punya effect lah. Effect tu 5 tahun ke, 4 tahun ke. Kan? 3 tahun, 2 tahun dan 1 tahun kan. So this one, for example, so for this one, we can take N equal to 5. because the difference is 5 years. For this one, we take n equal to 4. For P2, n equal to 3. For P3, n equal to 2. And the last one, n equal to 1. So if we use table, if we use table, we can find the value. Okay, the value. Okay, let's say I use Microsoft Excel to calculate. Okay, we know the P naught. We know the P naught value. So let's say this one is P naught. Sekejap ya. Okay, we have the value 1000. Okay, the first thing is we need to convert to convert a transform P naught to F. Okay, to F. Let's say this one is the F value. So how to convert? We can use formula or we can use a table. But if I use table, okay, I take this value times the factor. So factor for P1 when n equal to 5. Okay. N equal to 5 and the interest is 5% per year. Okay. So I take 8%, 8% per year. So I take the table 8%. 8% F over P n equal to 5. So 1.469. 1.469. So this one 1.469. Okay. So I get this value. And for P1, kalau kita tengok P1 tadi, for P1, n equal to 4. Dia punya beza tahun kan? 4 tahun. So n equal to 4. So 800 times time that factor n equal to 4, 1.36. Okay, 1.36. And then for third one, n equal to 2 kan? Kat sini 1200 1,200 times n equal to 3, okay? N equal to 3. (1.26). And then for P3, 500 times factor n equal to 2. (1.166). Okay, and for this one, 1000 times n equal to 1, 1.08. Okay. Actually, this factor actually is taken based on the formula 1 plus I. Let's say 1 plus I. Let's say 108. 1 plus I. 1 plus 0.08 power of 1. So we get 1.08. Okay. If 1 plus 0.08 power of 2, so we get 1.16. That's why this one is 1.166. Okay. Actually, the table is, the factor is taken from the formula, but it simplified or estimate. So the value is not so accurate. So when we have the F, okay, so actually the cumulative and the total value we plus, we take the summation. So the summation is 5732. Okay, we take 5732 is the result. So based on this 5732. So actually this this not actually based on different table. If we simplify based on our table, okay, this one 1.26, okay. Okay, based on this table, okay, 1.469. So we get 5732. Cara kita kira lah macam mana kita nak kira kes ni. Okay, ada soalan tak? Boleh faham tak ni? Macam mana kiraan tu dia buat?
Boleh faham, doktor.
Okay.
Faham.
Okay, we proceed with another example. Okay, example 4.4. Okay, 4.4. Just the information refer to example 4.1. Okay, the case is the same. Ahmad plans to invest 2,000 now. Okay, and calculate what is the future F, the future value F. Calculate the amount of investment after 5 years. But in this case, the difference is that about the interest rate. The interest rate are 12% per year, compounded twice a year. Dalam kes ni dia apa, kiraan interest rate yang berbeza. Okay, 12% per annum, 12% I effective actually. We can use I effective to calculate. So the calculation is actually the same. Sama je nak kira dia kan. Kita guna formula lah. We use formula method. P1 plus I power of n. But for this case, we use effective. Why I effective? Because I effective is based on year. Because the interest rate is 12% per year, compounded twice a year. Compounded twice a year. So we can use I effective as 1 year. So 1 year is actually not 12%, but it more. So we use the formula to convert R. R is nominal factor and nominal interest rate. Okay, 12% per year. So 1 year have 2 times compound, m equal to 2. So the formula is 1 plus R over m power of m minus 1. So we can get IE from the formula as a 12.36%. After calculation, kita dapat 12.36% kan. Okay. So this one actually I effective per year. Okay. We get 12.36%. So what to do? We can use formula. The important thing is that we can use the correct value of interest. If we use 12%, so it's not effective. It's not the interest effective interest rate. That one is nominal interest rate. Okay, is compound equal to 1. Okay, but this one compound twice a year. So we have to calculate the IE, I effective first before we can use formula. Okay. So in this case, I show you there are 2 methods actually. We can use effective interest rate, and actually we can use nominal interest rate. Okay. Kita tunjuk macam mana. Okay, dalam kes ni okay, let's say this one. Okay, if we use n equal to 5, so we can use I effective. Okay, kita guna I effective. Okay, this one I effective. Macam mana nak buat ni? Sekejap ni. Okay, if we use n equal to 5, so we have to use I effective. Okay, so I effective we can calculate. Okay, based on formula, I effective equal to 1 plus R per M, power of M kan, kuasa M. Okay, minus 1. Okay, so we have to understand this, how to calculate. So actually, what is R? R is the nominal interest dalam 1 tahun. R is the nominal interest. So nominal interest in 1 year, for 1 year, is given 12%. Okay, 12% or 0.12. And the M is number of compound in 1 year, equal to 2, twice a year. So based on the calculation, we get IE equal to 12.36 or 0.1236 And if we calculate, we get this one. So this one also equal to 12.36%. So if we use the I, if we use I, so this one is I effective We use I effective. So we can use the formula. We can use the formula ID.
Tak mahu tu. M tu apa?
N tu bilangan tahun ataupun bilangan compound dia 5 tahun lah.
M yang nilai 2 tu.
Oh, M. Okay. M is the number of compound per year. But dalam soalan ni, dia bagi apa? 12% per year compounded twice a year. Dia bermaksud dalam 1 tahun ada 2 kali compound. Sebab tu M sama dengan 2. Bilangan compound dalam 1 tahun. Dan R actually the nominal interest Nominal interest ni nilai yang diberi ni 12%. Tapi ni bukan nilai yang efektif. Dia dipanggil nilai nominal. Kalau efektif, kita kena ambil kira bilangan compound tu dalam setahun tu. Sebab tu kena masukkan dalam formula ni. Jadi yang efektif sebenarnya 12.36%. Bukan 12% lah. 12% tu betul tapi tak tepat lah. Salah lah kalau ikutkan salah. Okay. So based on calculation, we use this formula. We use this formula. 2000 and equal to 5. So we get this. But if we use a table, we cannot find 12.36%. Dan kita tak dapat 12.36%. Nanti kita akan belajar. Kita akan guna kaedah dipanggil apa? Interpolasi linear. Linear interpolation. Kalau kita nak cari yang apa? 12.36%. Boleh je saya nak tunjukkan sekarang kan. Contoh saya tunjukkan. Kita nak cari daripada table kan. Kalau formula senang lah. We can use formula as the easy way. But if we want to use table, we also can use interpolation, linear interpolation. So what to do? We take the value, for example, this one. So we have I. We have I. So 12.36 lah, 36%. So I in percent. So actually I in percent between what? Maybe between 12% and 14%. When we look at table, refer to table, 12.36% between, we have 10 and we have 12%. Okay. We take the nearest, the nearest range, 12% and second one, 15%. So between 12 and 15. The very close table lah. So 12.36 at the middle, and the value at the middle. So what factor we want? Factor F over P, right? F over P, N equal to 5. N equal to 5. So we want F over P, N equal to 5. So that we can refer, if 15%, okay, 15%, F over P, N equal to 5 equal to 2.011. Okay, we take this, 2.011. And for 12%, okay, 12%, N equal to 5, 1.762. 1.762. So what is the value for 12.36%? We can use linear interpolation lah. Macam dynamic, macam apa, thermodynamics semua kan? Kan dah belajar linear interpolation kan? Macam mana? Sama je kira je, okay? So for this one, we can use linear interpolation. For example, X, kali ni X minus 1.762 divided by this one. Okay, let's say I use this X minus, you see, X minus 1.762, okay, divided by 2.011 minus 1.762. Okay. Nanti dia sama dengan equal to, okay, equal to 15, equal to 12, 12.36. Okay, minus 12 divided by 15 minus 12. Kan? Dia sama dengan ni kan, formula ni. Ni dah biasa buat kan? Dalam subjek apa, thermodynamic ke pun ada kan, belajar benda ni. Ataupun apa, mekanik bendali, fluid mechanics ada benda ni kan. Okay. So if we use this, we can calculate the X. So we can calculate the X. So the X we can calculate what X value? This value, and we can take this. Okay, kalau dalam kes ni kan, kita kena darab ni kan. .011 tolak 1.762. Okey, kemudian campur balik. Campur 1.762. Okay. We get 1.79188. Okay. So the X value is 1.79188. We can see that the value is between this range, not smaller or not greater than this, in between, because the I also in between. Okay. So we use this one to calculate the F. So F value sama dengan principal kan. Kalau tadi principal apa? Principal 2000 2000 times the X value. Okay. Times the X value. Oh tak boleh. Oh sebab dia ada F. Dia ada equal. Kalau ni okay, this one is F value. So we also get 3583.76. Dia ada beza lah. Kalau calculation guna ni, dia ada beza sikit lah nilai daripada kita apa kiraan sama je nilai ni. So based on formula lain kan. Tapi kalau faktor dia lain lah kan. Kita dapat 3583.76. Kalau ni 3581.7. So the formula is accurate value. But the factor is estimated value. Value yang estimation lah. Ni dah advance lah maksudnya ni. Kita belajar linear interpolation. Kalau orang tanya kan, kalau apa? Kalau kita punya interest ni 12.36%, dekat table tak ada kan? When we look at the table, there's no 12.36%. So what to do? We use linear interpolation to calculate the factor. Ini contohlah linear interpolation. Okay. So actually for this one, we can use formula, we can use I effective, and also we also can use I nominal actually. We also can use I nominal. Okay, this one is I effective. We use I effective equal to 12.36% per year. So when we talk about I effective, that one is 12.36% per year. Kita tak sebut lagi compounded kan. Kita tak sebut lagi compounded 2 times per year maksudnya dia dah betul-betul efektif untuk 1 tahun tu. Tak ada lagi, dalam tu dah kira compound tu. Okay. Kalau data nilai tu diberi macam ni kan tadi, 12% per year compounded twice a year. Ni bermaksud ni adalah statement nominal, interest nominal. 12% per year. Tapi kalau I effective dia tak ada compound. Dia 12.3% per year je. Dia tak ada compounded lagi. Dalam tu dah terkandung apa ni? Termasuk compound lah dalam tu. Okay. So the second calculation is we based on nominal interest. Okay. Copy. Saya nak copy. Paste Okay, now we try to use nominal interest kalau nominal interest kita buanglah I effective ni. We use nominal interest. Tapi nominal interest dia kata 12% per year compounded twice a year ni maksudnya kalau kita nak ikut bilangan compound dia if we want to follow the number of compound so that the compound every 6 months. So the N is calculated based on 6 months. N tu kita kira berdasarkan 6 bulan. So kalau dalam kes tu dia akan jadi N ni akan jadi 10 lah. Dia tak akan jadi 5 kan. Sebab apa? Dia berdasarkan 6 bulan untuk satu compound. Jadi value yang ada kat sini dia bertukar lah. Dia apa ni? Kita tak boleh pakai value ni lagi. We cannot use this value. So the value is based on the 6 month compound. So this one become equal to 2, 4 until 10 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this one n equal to 10, not equal to 5. N equal to 10. Okay. Okay, dalam kes ni kita boleh gunalah I effective, I nominal. I nominal for 1 month, and for 6 months equal to 6%. Kalau itu kita dah belajar kan, kalau 12% tahun, kalau 6 bulan berapa? 6% lah. Kita bagi 2 je. So for this case, easy to use table. So we know the 6% I. Okay. So the number compound equal to 10, n equal to 10. So we can get from the table 6%. Ya.
Yang apa? Untuk nominal rates tu kan. Saya ada tulis N tu 10 kan. Full tu datang dari mana?
10 ni kita dapat daripada, sebab dia apa? Dia beri interest rate 12% per year, compounded twice a year. Tapi kalau kita nak gunakan I nominal, I nominal adalah 6% per 6 bulan lah. Per 6 month. 6% per 6 month. So for N ni maksudnya number of compound lah. Jadi dalam tempoh 5 tahun, ada 10 kali compound. Sebab tu N akan jadi N sama dengan 10 lah.
Okay.
Macam setahun ada 2 kali, 4 kali, 6 kali, 8 kali, sampai 5 tahun dia jadi 10 kali. Kan? Jadi N equal to 10. So if we use that, easy lah. Easy to use table. N equal to 10, 1.791. 1.791. If we calculate here, 1.7, the F value equal to 2000 times 1.791. Kan? Dapat berapa kan? Dapat tak 3,581? Saya tak kira ni, berapa dapat dia? Sama tak value dia dengan yang lain-lain?
Beza sikit je doktor. Dapat 3582.
Okey, 3582 Okey, yang ni kita dapat 3582 lah. So actually we can use several method lah. If we master or understand about the I effective, so we use I effective. Kan? Kalau kita nak bandingkan dia, kita boleh guna I nominal untuk tengok result tu. Sama ke tak. Kan? Atau kita boleh guna interpolation linear. Linear interpolation lah. Kan? Untuk apa calculate yang macam saya tunjuk tadi kan. Macam 3 kaedah boleh kira. Maksudnya dapat result yang sama lah. Secara teori dia sama, tapi jawapan dia tak sama lah. Ada beza sikit. Okay, this is based on example 4.4. Banyak lagi contoh ni kan.
Doktor,
okey.
Nak tanya untuk test 1 nanti masuk sampai chapter 4 ni ke ataupun sampai chapter mana?
Chapter 2 je.
Oh, okey. Baik. Terima kasih doktor.
Okey, kalau kita refer ni contoh 4.5 lah. 4.5 ni dia berdasarkan contoh 4.2 Kan tadi ada deposit deposit 2000 at n equal to 0 pada tahun apa? Kemudian 2 years from now and 4 years from now 2000 4 years from now. Tapi dalam kes ni dia punya interest dia je beza. Kan? Suruh kira F tapi the bank provides fixed return rate 6% per annum compounded quarterly. Maksudnya dalam kes ni dia compound 4 kali setahun. Kalau kita guna I efektif, okey, kalau kita guna I efektif, kita kena calculate lah I efektif dia berapa. Kalau bila kita guna I efektif, N kita kena guna 5 lah. 5 years. Kan? Macam tadi. Tapi kalau dalam contoh ni, dia guna I nominal. I nominal senang lah. I nominal 1 tahun 6% per annum compounded quarterly. Bermaksud kalau dalam tempoh 3 bulan, maksudnya compound tu berlaku dalam so kalau dia guna I nominal untuk 3 bulan, ianya apa yang berlaku N tu dia kena kira berdasarkan 3 bulan. Okay? N equal to 0. So after 2 years from now, berarti N equal to 8. Dalam tempoh 2 tahun ada 8 kali compound kan. Kemudian after 4 years, dia ada 16 lah. Berlaku pada N sama dengan 16 kan. Jadi F tu pada tahun ke-5, N tu sama dengan 20. N tu jadi sama dengan 20. Okay. Tapi nampaknya macam perlahan lah ni. Macam kita kena satu-satu bila nak habis slide ni kan. Okay. Banyak calculation dia nampaknya kita masih tak gerak lagi lah dalam faktor yang ni lagi lah the first factor lagi. Sebab kiraan tu jadi kompleks lah. Bila kita nak fahamkan dia punya interest Kita nak stop kat sini ke?
Boleh sambung, Doktor.
Sambung lagi?
Sama-sama.
Boleh doktor, boleh.
Okey, saya tunjukkan satu contoh ni. Example 4.5. Okay, 4.5. Okey, dia sebenarnya sama dengan contoh yang pertama tadi contoh yang pertama tadi kan. Let's say first we need to draw the timeline or the cash flow diagram. Okay. Okay, let's say I use I effective lah. I effective. So we have N equal to 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lah. Three, four, five So the case is we deposit 2,000 lah. Okay, 2,000 at N equal to 0 and N equal to 2 N equal to 4 and what is the F? Okay, this one is the cash flow diagram. F, what is F? And this value we can see this one is P0. $2,000 P2 2000 and P4 2000. Okay, let's say this one we use I effective. We use I effective to calculate. So if we use n equal to 5, okay, n equal to 5, so here we have to use I effective. I effective per year. Okay, I effective per year. So how to calculate I effective? Based on information, the fixed return rate is 6% per annum compounded quarterly. So n equal to 4, okay, m equal to 4. So the R per year, nominal interest per year is 6% or 0.06. But the M equal to 4. So we have to calculate the I effective first. And we have to calculate the I effective using formula. Okay, I effective equal to 1 plus R 0.06 divided by 4 power of 4, okay, minus 1. Okay, so we can get the result lah. How much this one Kalau kira dapat berapa ni? 0.06. Satu tiga. So meaning that the I effective is 6.13%. Dia bukan 6%, tapi dia lebih tinggi lah nilai dia. So for calculation, we can use what formula or we can use table. Kalau table ni susah ni sebab apa, dia tak ada dalam table kan. Jadi kita guna formula lah. Kalau I effective ni selalu kita guna formula. Okay, kalau F equal to kalau guna formula kan, kita ambil yang P0 2000 times 1 plus I kan, 1 plus I dapat 1.0613 power of kuasa berapa? Kuasa 5 lah, sebab 5 tahun kan. I effective ni dalam setahun. Jadinya compound dia pun ada 5 tahun, jadi kuasa 5. Okay, campur dengan yang P2. Okay, P2 2000 times 1 plus I 1.0613 power of kuasa berapa? Kuasa 3 lah ni kan. Beza dia 3 tahun. Okay. Dan campur dengan yang P4 ni, beza dia setahun je. Times 1.0613 power of 1 lah. Power of 1 tak tulis lah. Boleh lah tulis power of 1. So from this calculation, kita dapat dia punya result. We can get the result close to this. 7207 ke 7208 ke. Kita akan dapat result dia. Hampir ni, sama. 7207.8 dah dapat kan. Kalau kira. 7207.8. Ni kalau kita guna I effective. Okey. Tapi yang dalam dalam slide ni dia tunjuk dia guna I nominal. Bila I nominal dia base kepada quarterly lah. Sebab apa dia tak nak kira compound tu. Dia tak nak pening kan. Kalau ni pening kan 6% per year per annum compounded quarterly. Jadi kalau dia ambil I nominal, dia ambil terus dalam tempoh 3 bulan tu. Jadi dalam 3 bulan, I nominal dia 1.5% je. Jadinya yang apa? Dia punya scale scale N tu, ni dia tukar dalam bentuk apa 3 bulan. Kosong, yang ni jadi 4 kan? Kalau suku tahun ada 4 N equal to 4. 2 tahun N equal to 8. Kan dia jadi 8 lah. Ini N equal to 12, N 12 equal to 16. And after 5 years, N equal to 20. Kalau dalam kes ni, kalau dia guna I nominal, dia boleh guna table terus. Sebab apa? Nilai 1% ada dalam table. Kalau kita rujuk table, dia ada 1.5%. This one 1.5%. 1/2%. Jadi kita boleh refer lah. Kita boleh apa? Dalam kes ni dia boleh ambil. Okay, dia refer to 2000 time N equal to 20 kan? 2000 F over P 1.5%, N equal to 20, N equal to 10, and N equal to 4. Kenapa dia ambil nilai ni? Kalau yang ni untuk P0 lah. P0 beza dia N 20 tahun kan? Okay, N equal 20. But for this one 12, maksudnya beza kat sini. 0 sampai 12 kan? Beza 8 sampai 20 ni beza dia 12 kali compound lah. Maksudnya N equal to 12 kan? For this one, the difference is 4. Kan? Beza dia 4 sebab tu dia ambil N equal to 4. Dia ambil kat sini. Kalau kita boleh imagine lah. You kena, dalam ekonomi you kena imagine. Berapa perbezaan ni? Jadi kita nak transform daripada P to F. Berapa perbezaan tahun ataupun masa dia? Ini bukan tahun lah. Perbezaan suku tahun. Perbezaan suku tahun dia 20 kali. Dalam tempoh 5 tahun ada 20 kali suku tahun. Jadi perbezaan dia ada 12 kali suku tahun. 3 tahun kan beza. Yang ni beza dia setahun. Jadi ada 4 kali suku tahun. Ada dia ambil N equal to 4 kat sini. N equal to 12. So we can get this from table. N equal to 4, 1.061. Okay, this one. And then N equal to 12, 1.196. And then N equal to 20. 1.347. And 347. Sebab apa yang data ini dia ambil table lain ni. Ada table yang lebih accurate lagi. Buku apa dah, Stevenson ke. Tapi kita guna table ni lah. 1.347. So maybe we get the result is not accurate like this lah. So the result maybe have a slight difference. Have a slight difference. Okay. Itu je lah nak tunjukkan. Kiraan ni sama je. Cuma beza dia dari segi compounded quarterly ke. Jadi kita dalam ni kita boleh guna pelbagai cara lah. Kita boleh guna, kalau kita suka ataupun apa expert guna apa effective interest rate, kita guna effective interest rate. Tapi kalau effective interest rate ni kita biasanya kena guna formula. Sebab apa, nilai rate tu macam tadi kan, dia 6.13%. Dia tak ada dalam table. Kalau sekali kira okeylah, kita boleh guna linear interpolation. Tapi kalau banyak kali kiraan, payahlah kita kan. Kita guna formula je lagi cepat. Kalau I effective. Kalau I nominal, dia punya nilai interest dia tu tepat. Maksudnya simple dan ada dalam table, maka kita boleh guna table. Nak guna formula pun boleh, table pun boleh. Kalau guna formula, kita power of 10 kan. Tapi I nominal kita kena faham lah. I nominal ni dia akan bahagikan bukan dalam tempoh setahun, tapi dalam tempoh compound tu. Untuk 3 bulan ke, 6 bulan ke, macam tu lah. Macam tu Mungkin kena study lah benda ni. Cuba buat Cuba buat baru boleh faham lah. Sebenarnya sama je. Semua kiraan dan lain-lain kat sini.
Doktor nak tanya.
Tunjukkan kes-kes yang berbeza.
Kalau macam interest tu dia kata dekat setiap 2 tahun, dia akan jadi interest efektif atau interest nominal?
Setiap 2 tahun. Contohnya 8% per 2 years.
Betul.
Dia akan jadi I nominal lah tu. I nominal. Dia bukan I efektif. Kalau I efektif ni biasa dia per tahun. Macam kalau per 2 tahun tu kita kena tukar jadi setahun lah. Tapi kalau setahun M dah jadi separuh lah, 0.5.
Tapi kan dekat yang efektif tu, dia kata effective rates ni dia compounded per monthly.
Tu bukan I efektif tu. Tu I nominal. Kalau I efektif dia kata setahun je. Dia takkan sebut I efektif. Macam contoh 12.36% compounded lagi. Dia takkan sebut. Sebab dalam tu dah dikira compound lah. Okey, yang penting sebenarnya dia punya faktor ni. Kita baru kenal faktor yang pertama lah. Nanti kita akan belajar yang faktor yang kemudian. Faktor yang penting kita tahu faktor F over P bila kita nak kira, dia kata apa? Okay, boleh baca kat sini lah. Used for computing the future worth by knowing the present worth or any value of money in the time before F. Maksudnya kita nak kira F apabila kita tahu nilai present worth. Maka kita guna faktor F over P. Kita tengok yang bahagian hadapan F over P kan. Maksudnya F di hadapan tu, F tu lah yang kita nak kira. Semua faktor macam tu. Next time nanti kita akan belajar ni. Kita akan belajar faktor P over F kan. Kalau P over F, used for computing the present worth by knowing the amount of money in the future. Maksudnya P over F, P ni di depan kan. Maksudnya P tu yang kita nak kira. Apa yang berada di depan. Dialah yang kita nak kira. Tu. Maksudnya. Dia sebenarnya formula ni, dia macam ni. Dia ada satu formula yang saya tak tunjuk di sini. Dia sebenarnya formula dia. Macam mana nak type lah. Dekat sini je lah. Okay, dia sebenarnya formula dia F over P equal to factor F over P I N. Ni sebenarnya formula dia lah. Okay. Betul ke? F over P. Betul lah. Formula ni kan. Sebab tu akhirnya nanti kita dapat ni. Kalau kita insert kat sini tak boleh insert. Tak boleh draw shape. Okay, draw shape maksudnya ini yang dapat formula ni. Tak ada. Tak nampak. Daripada ni yang kita dapat formula ni. F equal to P Sebenarnya dia F over P equal to factor. Jadi awak boleh faham lah ni maksudnya nanti kenapa kita dapat formula ni. Simple je dia sebenarnya. Kalau P over F macam tu juga. P over F equal to factor P over F in. Ni inilah dia punya apa perbezaan dia tu. Okey, saya rasa sampai sini dululah. Boleh study dulu tengok dulu macam mana kiraan ni. Sebab kita nanti akan pergi yang lebih kompleks lagi Ni banyak sangat lah ni Kenapa saya rasa slow sangat Tak tahu berapa minggu baru boleh habis Okeylah, terima kasih Thank you very much for tonight
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Terima kasih.